Morning and welcome. It's the 22nd of April and it's Saturday, and we've got the Commitment of Traders report. And I'll start as ever with the Australian dollar. We've seen a nice fall in that this week, and basically the Commitment of Traders is still bearish. It's 4-1 in favour of shorts over longs. So I see a continuing fall in the price of the dollar. There's a lot of problems they've got in Australia with the Chinese market, and I think that's going to continue for the next few months. Here we go. British pound is up next. It's amazingly we've had this big candle up. It seems to have stabilized around this sort of level here. The Commitment of Traders, they're still 2-1 long. We've had a little bit of a dip this week, but basically they're still 2-1 long the British pound. Canadian dollar. Canadian dollar is 2-1 long, and we have got this all-time high long position on the Commitment of Traders. So we're still waiting to see this candle actually rise. Euro. We're still at a fairly bearish. It has come back a little bit, but we're still at a fairly bearish extreme for the euro. Not really seen much weakness in this currency this week, so I take it we've still got it all to come. Japanese yen. The Commitment of Traders, they're not as bullish of the pair as they were a few weeks back. We've seen it rise over the last 6 or 7 weeks, and it seems to have stabilized a little bit just now. So in fact, weakening a little bit. So we're waiting to see the bullishness return to the Commitment of Traders. Right, Swiss franc. There is quite a big move this week, bullish, of the Swiss franc. They are in fact 10-1 long the Swiss franc, which is a fair extreme. We have seen a little bit of a rise this week, so we'll see what happens next week with that. Mexican peso. They've gone even more bearish. It's actually crossed the midway line, which is the first time it's done that for a long time. So we have seen a little bit of a fall in the price of the peso this week, and I think it's going to continue next week. New Zealand dollar. That's just held. We have seen a bit of a rise in the value of the New Zealand dollar this week. It's done quite nicely for us on a couple of pairs, and that's going to continue next week. Energies, crude oil. No big change. They are actually a little bit more bearish than last week, and we've seen a big fall off in the price of the oil this week, as expected, and we think that's going to continue next week. Metals. Yeah, my silver trade. The Commitment of Traders are a little bit more bearish. This is a bearish extreme that they've got. So as we're seeing strength in the dollar come through, so you'll see a fall in the price of silver. Stock indices. The S&P 500. Well, not a big swing this week. We've actually seen a little bit of a rise in the price of the S&P 500, but we're still very bearish on this pair. As you probably noted from my daily blog, we're actually just dipping in and out of the bearish on the RSI, the 69.1. I'll put as a line, whereas if you're below it, it's bearish. If you're above it, it's going bullish. And this is the first time for 2 years that we've had the S&P 500 closing for a couple of days below the 69.1 on the monthly chart. So we'll have a look, see how that goes next week. Dow Jones, again, about the same as the previous week, heavily bearish. So anyway, that's how we've ended up this week on the Commitment of Traders report. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for the likes and the subscriptions, much appreciated. And I'll see you again on Monday. Bye now.